Should I use this or should I use a line chart? Hmm, area chart maybe. Definitely stack chart doesn't look good. Scatter plot, I don't think so. I think area chart is good. Yes, I'll stick to area chart. Well, data visualization could be complicated as well. It looks very easy, but it could be a tedious task to identify which type of tool or which type of visualization do we use. Sometimes we usually choose the most easiest option, but that's not correct. In data visualization, you need to understand what type of data are you dealing with and which type of visualization is most suited for your data. In this particular video, we shall be talking about 10 useful ways to visualize your data with examples. Let's get started. Now, this is an introduction to this slide. You have been avidly collecting data. You have figured out how to process it all and set up all the formulas. But how do you transform those into powerful KPIs? Because that's the most important part of data analytics, right? Visualization, anybody can do. Data analytics is also not that difficult. But how do we create powerful KPIs that's going to be impactful for the business team or your higher management or your clients, and genuinely valuable data visualizations that brings your insights to life? There's an array of data visualization types, and which you choose for your data depends on what measurement are you trying to emphasize and what information you are trying to reveal. If you want to know when you should use a column chart versus a line chart, and yes, there's a big difference, then this is the guide for you. I want to give a shout out to Jay Charole, who created this wonderful PPT and he submitted me a couple of days back, and I was really fascinated with the presentation, with the way he has portrayed all these points very carefully, and that was the reason why I wanted to came up with this video, where I want to tell you each and everything about the 10 top 10 visualization types and which one to use in which scenarios. So these are the top 10 data visualizations for your dashboard. So whether you are performing a visualization on Python or Power BI or Tableau, the concepts are going to be same. The 10 important parameters or 10 important data visualization or visuals are indicators, line charts, column charts, bar charts, pie charts, area charts, pivot tables, scatter plots, scatter maps or area maps, and tree maps. What exactly is an indicator? Well, disclaimer that this video is going to be a little bit long. It's going to be a little bit theoretical, but in case you want to learn the practicals part of it, you want to learn how to go through Power BI end to end from a beginner to a pro level, I already have end to end playlists on Power BI. I also have more than 10 plus 10 plus projects on Power BI on my channel as well, and both the playlist links will be a part of this description. I'm also working hard on Tableau. Tableau playlist will also be live by the end of this year for sure. Okay, so what is an indicator? An indicator data visualization is a vivid way to present changes that you're tracking in your data. Typically, this uses something like a gauge or a ticker to show which direction the numbers are heading in. What does it visualize? This allows you to display one or more numerical values. You can also add additional titles and a color coded indicator icon, such as a green for up arrow or for positive, and red as a down arrow to represent the value and changes in this value in the clearest way possible. What does it measure? Indicators are clear, simple ways to demonstrate how your organization is doing on a particular metric and whether you are heading in the right direction or not. Example, above you can see a gauge indicator, right? This is a gauge indicator on the left one, which shows total revenue, and the total revenue is 29 million and the upper cap is 125 million. How the revenue figures are progressing towards the target with a numerical value indicator showing the annual increase in average admission cost. So this is a powerful KPI, and that is the reason it is in number one. Okay. Moving towards the next one, which is line charts. My personal favorite for any type of time series data, where you are dealing with time, salary with respect to time, total cost with respect to time, something like that. Line charts plot data points in a graph and then join them up with a single line that zigzags from each point to the next. What does it visualize? These are super simple and very popular because they give you an immediate idea of a trend. You can see whether there is an increasing trend or a decreasing trend, whether there are spikes at some point of time. All these things line charts will be able to clearly tell you with the first instance itself. What does it measure? There are many different business cases that work well with line charts. Pretty much anything that compares data or shows changes over time is well suited to this type of visualization. Again, it's all about visualizing a trend. You can also compare changes over the same period of time for more than one group or category very easily by adding a break by category. Example, this line chart shows sales revenue over the past year. For more granular details, could then add a break by category to analyze expenditures of different business units over the past year. In case you are dealing with multiple business units, you can have multiple small charts that explains them properly rather than having all the lines on a single graph with different color codings. Some people prefer one chart with different lines, but some people prefer the granularity. They go deep into that and create more visualization so that it is clearly visible. The next type is column chart. Column chart, what is a column chart? A column chart graphically represents data by displaying vertical bars next to each other lined up on the horizontal axis. Each bar represents a different category and the height of the bar correlates with numbers on the values axis on the left hand side. What does it visualize? Column charts gives you an immediate way to compare values for related data sets side by side, highlighting trends in a swift visual way. They can include multiple values on both the x and y axis as well as a breakdown by categories displayed on the y axis. When it comes to Tableau, you can also create combinational charts or some sort of dual axis charts as well. What does it measure? Like a line chart, column charts are often used to show trends over time. For example, sales figures from month to month or year to year. So you can either do a line chart or you can do a stacked column chart as well. However, they are also useful for comparing different things side by side. Example, how well two different products are selling in the same month. I was talking you about dual axis, right? You can also compare profit versus sales on the same graph using column charts, or else you can compare multiple products. January, product A, product B. February, product A, product B. March, product A, product B, something like that. Example, this column chart shows total page views and sessions spent on a website by online visitors on consecutive months. If you want to emphasize overlapping trends over time, you can also combine column charts with line charts. Some people do that. They do combinational chart. They want to show you some line charts. Let's say they want to show some metrics on line chart and some metrics using column charts. Bar charts, very similar to column charts. A bar chart is essentially a column chart. On its side, values are presented on the horizontal axis and the categories are on vertical axis on the left. What does it visualize? Bar charts are more commonly used to compare different values, items and categories of data. So either you can use a column chart or a bar chart. It's almost same. From a purely practical perspective, they are also used over column charts when the names of the categories are too long to comfortably read on their side. They are not usually used to show trends over time. In case you are not able to see the text because of my video or my particular face, probably you can download these presentations from my GitHub repository. The repository link will also be provided in the description below immediately after the premiere is over. What does it measure? Like column charts, bar charts are frequently used to compare the total number of items within a category. For example, total sales or the number of respondents that selected a particular answer. Example, bar chart above represents the spread of customers per age group. This one. Okay. But it also gives a quick visual representation of which products each type of customer is mostly likely to buy. You can see PDAs are mostly bought for people who are into 35 to 44 years of range. Cell phones are mostly used for people who are in the 0 to 34 range category. Same goes with 65 plus as well. So normally between 35 to 54, the cell phones ratio are too less. Okay, could be because youth is moving towards digitalization. Okay, anyways, next one is pie chart. Again, my personal favorite. I use this almost 100%. Like if I'm creating a dashboard, I will definitely have a pie chart for sure. What is pie chart? Pie chart shows values as a slice of a whole circle, the whole pie. Numerical values are translated into percentage of 360 degrees represented by the arc length, and each slice is color coded accordingly. Basically, you want to do some distribution kind of thing, then you can use a pie chart. In this example above, you can tell in a millisecond which marketing channels brings in the most leads thanks to the pie chart structure. The next one is area chart. Well, very similar to line chart. It just has areas beneath the line. That's it. If you have line chart like this, anything, it is the area below this line is basically shaded, and that is called as an area chart. Area chart is similar to a line chart in that it plots figures graphically using lines to join each points, but it's more dynamic and visual, giving an idea of comparative mass. The area under jagged points formed by the line is filled in with color so that it looks kind of like a mountain range. What does it visualize? Area charts are used to demonstrate a time series relationships. Area charts, line charts are used mostly for time series data. Unlike line charts, though, because they are also represented volume in a highly visual way. The information is shown along two axes, and each area is depicted using different color or shade to make it easier to interpret. As it is very similar to line chart, I'm not explaining further about the examples. You can go through the PPTs when you have time. Next one is pivot table. Very important. One of the most important topics when it comes to data visualization, because many people are not aware of this. Now in SQL, you can easily get something related to, let's say you want to group by something. You want to find the total salary grouped by gender and age, or just grouped by gender. All these things, grouping by and all these things are very easy in SQL, but in terms of data visualization or in terms of how to plot that data, then probably you might need pivot tables. A pivot table brings together, simplifies and summarizes information stored in other tables and spreadsheets, stripping this down to the most pertinent insights. They're also used to create unweighted cross tabulations fast. What does it visualize? Pivot tables are one of the most simple and useful ways to visualize data. That's because they allow you to quickly summarize and analyze large amounts of data, and to use additional features such as color formatting and data bars to enhance the visual aspects. What does it measure? Pivot tables are more about simplifying tables than changing it into a graphical representation. That means they are helpful for displaying data with several subcategories in easily digestible ways. I was talking about group bys. So this is a group by. It is grouped by age range and this particular category, which says new, refurbished, unspecified and used. The next one is scatter plot. Again, a very important plot when you are analyzing multiple numerical columns. Scatter plots are more unusual way to visualize data than the examples above. These are mathematical diagrams or plots that rely on Cartesian coordinates. If you are using one color in the graph, this means you can display two values for two variables relating to a data set. But you can use two colors to incorporate an additional variable. In short, scatter plots are mostly used for comparing two numerical columns, age versus height, and just you can imagine some numerical column versus numerical column. And if you see some trend, like the dots are increasing, you can see the dots are increasing. Irrespective of the gender, there is a positive correlation between your x-axis and your y-axis. And now if you divide the data into different genders, for female also I can see a positive correlation, and for male also I can see a positive correlation, which means when my x values are changing or increasing, the y values are also increasing. They are directly proportional. Next one is scatter map. A scatter map allows viewers to visualize geographical data across a region by displaying this as data points on maps. When you have geographical features, then you can use a scatter map. They work a little like scatter graphs in that the size and color of the circle illustrates quantities and types of data. However, it goes a step further by also showing where this activity is concentrated geographically speaking. This example, which is a scatter map, gives a breakdown of the number of website visitors a company has by location. The larger the circle, the higher number of visitors from that city, which basically means the rightmost part, I think could be Russia, I don't know, could be Russia, that's having too much of visitors, right? So in your Africa, the down part could be South Africa, could be Cape Town, I don't know exactly, but that's having very high visitors as well. And same with North America as well. The last one is tree maps. Well, many people don't use this. Many people might not be aware of this as well, but it is a very powerful tool. A tree map is a multi-dimensional widget that displays hierarchical data in the format of clustered rectangles which are all nested inside each other. Data that comes under the same broad heading is grouped by color, and within each section, the size of the rectangles related to the data volume. The more bigger is it, the more data volume it has. Example, you gain an overview of how different marketing campaigns break down by region. Email, most of them are in United States. Social media also same, and AdWords also same, something like that. That's the end of this particular slide. I hope you enjoyed this particular topic. I personally enjoyed talking about it because many people, I don't have the exact statistics, but many people might not be aware of this one, and it was a very strong and powerful presentation on how you should prepare on the data visualization part. This might also help you in your interview preparation if you are going for a data analytics or a data visualization related jobs or interviews. That's all about this particular video. In case you are liking my videos, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Press the bell icon to get notified on my future videos, and don't forget to comment down in section below. Comment anything, even if you are liking it, amazing, not good, any positive, negative, neutral comments, just comment down. If I am seeing the views are increasing and comments are not, that means people are not interested. Please motivate me because I'm trying hard to create presentations, create contents like this. And as I have already mentioned or announced a lot of things in my previous videos, and you have almost seen that from the last couple of days, not couple of days, from the last few weeks, I'm super active on YouTube. Every day I'm uploading videos, and I'm also planning to upload more and more end-to-end machine learning videos. So expect a lot of contents in the near future. That's it from my side. Thank you. Bye bye.